When I first opened up about us finally being in a place where we wanted children, the comments poured in. They're only doing it for the money. They're faking fertility issues for views. Honestly, it just made me want to share even more, because for every handful of people who had no clue what they were talking about, there were thousands of women who deeply understood. Women who never once wanted kids because they hadn't healed from their own childhood wounds. Women who had never met a man who wasn't just husband material, but also the kind of man who would show up as an active and loving father. Or women who simply never felt that switch flip. And believe me, I was all three of those women. But one day I looked at the life we've built and thought, it would almost be selfish to not have kids. We've created the home and family I've always wished I had growing up. We have love, community, resources, safety, time, and energy to pour into a child. I chose to take people along on this journey for two reasons. First, because I love documenting my life. My social media has always been a personal diary for me, something I can look back on and remember every moment. But second, because anytime I go through something hard, I search online high and low for people who've been through the same thing. The resources and real stories always feel far and few in between. And the second I start sharing, the floodgates open. Thousands of messages from people who have walked this road, who have advice, and who just need a safe space to land, just like I did. Trying to conceive is such a bizarre and lonely chapter. You don't want to talk about it because, let's be real, it feels weird to tell people you and your partner are constantly having intimate moments, especially when we've been taught our whole lives that it's inappropriate to discuss that. You don't want to admit that it's not happening easily, because the moment you do, people try to diagnose you, throw their distant stories at you when you're not even close to considering IVF yet. And then there's the guilt. How can you complain that it's been 6 months when someone else across from you has been trying for 6 years? Or you find yourself in a conversation with someone and they respond with, just stop stressing, or put your legs up, and all you can do is stare blankly at them, resisting the urge to say, you think I haven't fucking tried that? We sit in the guilt of feeling like we're failing at the one thing humans are supposed to do. We sit in the frustration of our bodies not cooperating. A familiar ache, like when we were young and felt like our body was always different from everyone else's, heavier, smaller, built wrong somehow. You spent years working through that shame, finally learning to love your body, only now to feel betrayed by it in a deeper, more painful way. Because it was never really about the outside. It was all about what was happening inside all along. We just had no idea. So to anyone stuck in this awful in-between, feeling like it's eating you alive, but also believing you don't have the right to complain because others have it worse, I see you. I'm angry with you, and I'm standing beside you. I will never stop sharing my story, no matter how loud the critics get, because their ignorance will never drown out our truth. I love you so much. Goodbye.